Hello and good evening. Baruch Hashem, we'll be learning and telling Sipurey Baal Shem and the Sichos Haran for Zat Hashem this week. And so let's start Zat Hashem with the story of the Baal Shem HaKadosh. Okay. One day, the Baal Shemtov told his student, the Maggid of Mizrich, to go to a specific forest and stand by a certain tree. So obviously, the Maggid did what his Rebbe told him, took a wagon, they went there, they found the tree, and then he went to see. While he was there, he was, hiding, under the tree. He heard noise, and there's a beautiful coach tied to a couple of horses coming, and the coach stopped next to this particular place. Door opens, very fancy, especially dressed person. He stood there to rest by the tree. He drank from fountain that was in that area, and then he went away. Once the this rich person left, Rabbi Dov Ber, the Maggid, saw that that person has left behind his purse with money. And very short time afterwards came a second person. And he also stood there, to rest under this tree, drank some of the water. Suddenly he finds this wallet or this satchel, whatever, with a great amount of money. So that there's no signs by the wallet, whatever, puts it in his satchel, and off he goes. Before he got very far, third person comes, almost in tethers, and he comes, like one of those schleppers, poor people in those days used to walk by foot from town to town. Got to that place, was very happy. There's fresh water there to drink, and he drank, put his satchel on the ground, his package on the ground, took, a dry piece of bread and washed his hands, made a motzi, dunked the dry bread in the water, and he ate. When he finished eating, he benched, and then he lay down to rest there under the tree next to the fountain, and he fell asleep. Suddenly he wakes up hearing that coach coming, and the first traveler jumps off, extremely agitated, starts looking around the place, the tree, the fountain, or wherever. His lost wallet, or when he didn't find it, he jumped on the poor person. He says, get up immediately and give me back my belongings. The poor guy had no idea what the man is talking about. He doesn't know him. But that person, that rich person, screams at him, "Where's my wallet? Where's my money?" When this rich person saw that the poor person is making himself as if he doesn't know anything about it, he became even more upset and screaming high. He says, "You better return my wallet, and if you don't that, I'm really going to take care of you." The poor person didn't answer him. What can you do? The rich person started beating him up, demanding him to tell him where did he bury, the wallet with the money. But the beating didn't help either. At the end, this master, whatever, goes back to his carriage, empty-handed, and that beggar, the beaten up beggar, also left the place. So the Maggid was like very shaken about everything was going on. He said, "It's not for nothing that Baal Shemtov sent me here." So immediately he went back and he came to his Rebbe, and Baal Shemtov Kodesh told him as follows: the three people that you saw, the rich person that lost his wallet, the one who found the wallet, and the beaten up poor person, they are in this world on incarnation, all three of them. The beggar in a previous generation was a dayan, a beis din, a judge. The rich man, the rich man and the one who found the wallet, there were two balei that came to din Torah before the dayan. The the rich man was the one accused in the mishpah. The one who found the wallet was the accuser. And the poor person, as we said, he was the judge, the dayan, the judge between them. According to Din Emes, the accused had to pay. He owed this money to the accuser, but the dayan that judged it, he twisted the judgment, and he paskened that the tzaddik will be chayev, and the Rasha gets home scot-free. After they left this world, the three of them stood bebeis din shel mala, heavenly court, and the judgment was the three of them has to come to this world, and it was heavenly hashgacha. The three of them will meet in this place and will fix that which needs to be fixed. The accused that owes the money came as a rich man, and he lost his wallet that included exactly the amount of money that he owed the one they accused. The person that the money was taken from him in the previous Gilgul found the wallet, got his money back. And the dayan came back as a beggar. And because he judged improperly, he got through this rich person, the one which he judged favorably for in a previous incarnation, he really got beaten up. And he was punished for that he twisted the proper judgment. And he caused them to sin and have in his own hands somebody else's money. And this is how everything came back to place. This is a tremendously important story. There's so many different things in it. Obviously, the fact that the true tzaddik sees all the neshamas, because the true tzaddik is the source of all the neshamas, and he knows every neshama, where it came from, what went, what passed over this neshama in all the different incarnations, and everything that will pass over this neshama until the end of days. Tzaddik knows all that. The second thing is obviously the lesson that we need to learn. Two very important lessons we need to learn here. One of them has to do with money, somebody else's money. This is a very sore issue. Sometimes people are not careful with someone else's money. And they figure like they got away with it. If based in Paskand like me, scot-free. In Achinami, if the base in Paskins up in Ter, bevadai, that's the way. But being indicted to come to a din Ter in itself is a sign that I actually, was pagan in the Torah, because the Torah exists in all the business dealings. You have, Choshen Mishpat, you have all the different dinim. Everything that person does has Torah. There's a person that plows with a plow, somebody who's exchanging a cow and a donkey. In the Torah, it's in the Gemara, it appears, in the Mishnah, it appears as a theoretical case. And the Maisa it is. It's, in other words, it means that this is the Ratzon HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that should a case like this occur, this one will say like this, and the other one will say like that. The judgment should be so and so. That's the Ratzon of Hashem, and that appears in the Torah. Rabbeinu says when a person forgets that the Torah is a living Torah, he thinks that business is business. Here I'm a law-abiding Jew, and here I'm a businessman. So businessman, you do like you did in business. That's not the case. Torah is in the business. And all the business dealings should be al pi Torah. So when somebody is being brought to Beis Din and is being prosecuted, it's the Torah who is prosecuting him. For he has been dealing with his business dealing without paying attention to the fact that this Torah, all his business is Torah. We need to pay attention to that. So now he has to come and speak before the Dayanim and tell him every single thing that happened. In other words, he brings all the business dealings that he did and bringing into the Torah before the Dayan, before the judges, and tell them everything about it. So according to how much that person has strayed, just took his mind off the Torah when he was, doing his business. So sometimes, he's Zoiche and is being judged favorably. And sometimes, he loses. If the damage and, the fact that he was wronged in the Torah was greater, there was a greater wrong, so he also loses the Din Torah. But it's the Torah that calls him to Din Torah. What it has to do with the Dayan, it's beyond description what an immense responsibility this is. But there's another thing. That other thing is the problem with having someone else's money in my possession and not giving it back. I'm not talking not giving it back by lying and saying that, I don't owe you, and so on and so on and so on. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying having in one's possession someone else's money. The neshama does not have a rest, cannot come to its final resting place until all the money is paid back. And frankly, people allow themselves, not just because of greed. Yeah, greed, bevada, you understand. But like, I'm not exactly sure how to approach this particular subject, but we have a certain perception of who we are and what we deserve. Rabbi Weiss, you probably know that better than anyone. Psychologically, a person feels he deserves, doesn't deserve. And if a person is convinced that he doesn't deserve, he will not have. If a person feels deserving, he will have. Of course, it's all up to Kadosh Baruch Hu. How much a person have, how much a person doesn't have. But deserving is not, it's basically, it's a state of mind, and that state of mind basically creates the reality afterwards. And a person, a person's life is full with trials and tribulations, ups and downs. And sometimes people grow up in a household, the same household. And for one reason or another, which of course is decreed by Kodesh Baruch Hu, but for one reason or another, they feel neglected. They feel deserted. People grow up like that. People who grow up like that have the natural tendency, they feel like they have no backing. So if they have money, for them to pay the money to somebody that they owe, makes them feel as if, can make them feel as if they will be left holding the bag. They'll have nothing. Because in their minds, there's nothing to back them up. There's nothing to support them. And they can say they may want to give the money back, really want to give the money back, give some money back. But not having has its privileges. Not having means that nobody comes and demands from me. Now, every family has, one child who is the successful one, and one child that is the good-looking one, and one child is this, and one child who's no good, and just forget about him. I give for him. There is, there are privileges, to being the downer, the runt of the family. Unfortunately, when a person owes money, he owes money. And a person needs to ask HaKadosh Baruch Hu to pay the money for him, through people, be mevater the money for him. A person must beg HaKadosh Baruch Hu, as long as he's breathing in this world, not to succumb, not to be saying, hey, I want to give it back, but I don't have, what do you expect me to do? Beg HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You may have psychological reasons that are keeping you behind the eighth ball all the time. It's very possible. Nobody can come complaining to you. But the Maisa is that you don't want to come again to this world. The same thing also, somebody who is owed money. If anybody owes you money, it will behoove you to be mevater, to be moichel. At least moichel al tnai. Additionally, if this person ends up not paying me, I'm moichel, whatever it is that he owes me. Because you see from this story, not only the one that the Dayan is not the only one who came in Gilgul, the one who got the money unfairly come in the Gilgul, and the other one that was owed the money also came down in Gilgul. It's a tremendous punishment. Rabbeinu said to come again in the Gilgul, Shem Yirachem. You don't know what a person is to pass in this world. Shem Yirachem in other Gilgul, a person can do worse, Tzidishkeit, than he's doing now. Ad Kacha, Rabbeinu said that a person is Olam Habo, that he's able to be insistent, finish whatever it is needs to be finished with me here, and don't send me down in the Gilgul. Reb Nosson was like shocked. He says, it's going to help? Someone says, yes. So Reb Nosson says that if they tell him in Olam Habo they want to send him down in the Gilgul, he will 100% insist, do what you need to do with me, just don't send me down again. So not only owing money is so dangerous, but being owed money is also extremely dangerous. Shem Yerach. But it's a very, very important thing to keep in mind. Now, Bezat Hashem, let us learn the Sichos Haran for this week. Alrighty, there we go. This is Sicha 256, Reish Nun Vav. Rabbeinu praised the Akdumas, that poem that we sing on the festival of Shavuos. It's in Aramaic, it's long, it's a Shevach HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Rabbeinu praised it immensely. And then he said like this. He says that Am Yisrael, since they are steeped in goodness, you have Torah, you have Tefillah, you have mitzvah of tzedakah, and so forth and so on. He says they don't feel the great value of this immense, incredible praise of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, of the Akdonos that is being said in Shavuos. He says anybody that knows the value of that poem of Akdonos, with its nigun, like the Olam sings it, you know that he says it's a wondrous thing, unbelievable thing. And Rabbeinu started saying a few words from the Akdomus with the nigun, and he says that Akdomus is really a love song. He says, look at the Maisa of the Berger and the Onis that speaks about the love poems that all the Mishudochem of the princess is sending to her. And all this Rabbeinu said in Shavuos after Shachos, in the morning. Rabbeinu was sitting by the Suda of the Melchik Suda. They're already davening in the shul the second time. And the Chazan was singing the Akdomus in the later minyan. So Rabbeinu then spoke with us of the amazing value of the Akdomus. Besides the obvious, fact that everything that the Rabbeinu said is you can serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu with it, and it can help you in this world, the next world, and the world to come, everything. The end of days. But this Indian, how steeped we are in the riches of Yiddishkeit. It's like a very, very wealthy person who has everything. So, I don't know, he gives his wife a diamond. And okay, when she's happy about a diamond, I don't know, maybe she wants a bigger diamond, whatever it is, but it's not a big deal, But a poor person gives his wife a diamond ring. Wow, that's unbelievable. But the rich person gives his wife a diamond ring. What are you going to give her? Mud? Obviously, you're going to give her a diamond ring. Then she wants more this and more that and more this and more that. But the person was very wealthy, has no appreciation of the value of everything that he has. We live in this world, which is created and sustained by Hashem's Baruch all the time. As I'm talking to you, you're looking at me on a computer screen. I'm sitting here. There's a camera that, that records me. There's me. There's my shirt, my hands, everything. Everything is created and recreated at all times by HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, not only is he the quote-unquote isness of reality, he is the creator of reality and the isness of all reality. He's the melech of all reality. Look what we're getting. Besides, the Gashmias that the Goyim get also. The idea we're just sitting now and we are talking about praising the Kadosh Baruch Hu. Do you know the value of that? You don't know, and I don't know. We believe, Baruch Hashem, but we don't know. For every single word of goodness that we say in this world, there is literally eternity and endless shefa. Unbelievable. Every single moment, every single good thought, every single straying away from a bad thought. How incredible it is. How incredible is our lot. Our lot, unbelievable. Look at us. And we says, okay, yeah, but I have headaches. Oh, yeah, but I don't have enough money for this. I don't have money for that. And I'm not as good as this one. And I can't learn that well. And I don't understand what I'm learning. And a millionaire is crying that he's not a billionaire. Come on. Come on. We are steeped in luxury. We're literally at a lap of endless luxury all the time. Why do you think that we are so hated? Why do you think that all these students in the universities, the morning that the Jews were murdered on October 7th, they already praised the Hamas? What's the reason for this hate? They know. They know what you have. They know what we have. They have all kinds of, they want to convince us that this and that, whatever it is. But the hatred is Esav, son of Yaakov's aloha. It will never, ever end until Mashiach will come. And B'ezrat Hashem will all come back to Kadosh Baruch Hu. And the Goyim will also see exactly why they were created. What's the tachlis in life? Rabbeinu said they will be brought up to a madrega where the Jews are today. They will have that value. Everything that they are so jealous of in this world, they will have in the world to come when Mashiach will come. This is, this is what they'll have. But we will be, that's a different matter altogether. Hashem should help us with that Hashem. Do tshuva. And understand we need to use the time in this world. We need to get up. We need to do. That Hashem, everything, each person according to what he can. We all know, as they say in the Serenity Prayer of AA, Hashem give me the serenity, the emunah to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom, to know the difference, which one is this, which one is which. Bezat Hashem, Bezat Hashem. Now, Elul, Hashem, Bezat Hashem, we all Zoche to be Shona and Uman, Bezat Hashem, Rabbeinu HaKadosh, together, each and every one of us. Don't get rattled by the thing that's saying this, that's saying that. You don't want to be on. Everybody will go. Everybody that really wants to go, Bezat Hashem will go. And if he really wants to go and does everything that he can, and he ends up not going for whatever reasons, it means that he was in Uman. He's in Uman. Not just, but you don't want to be Yaitza, it's just like okay, I wanted and I couldn't get it. What could I know? It's the same thing with returning debts. No, you need to do what you need to do, Ask HaKadosh Baruch Hu, all the time. To be Ula Shleimo, to see the coming of Mashiach Hashem soon in our days. Amen v'amen.